Hello, everyone. I hope you are safe and sound. I know it's a time of ordeal, and I know that some of us are already feeling afraid and panic. Don't panic. Everything will be fine. Everything will be okay. Inshallah, I'm pretty sure that we will get over this together. All you have to do right now is to stay safely at home and to make the best use of your time as much as you can. You have to keep on studying, have to get ready for the final exam, and make sure that every minute, every effort you exert in studying English is really rewarding. And the Department of English, decided to support you and back you by starting explaining and revising our curriculum. You will have a very good chance to study English, in which you will listen and you will practice. So after this is over, you will have an exam on vocabulary and another one on grammar. You will answer these exams and you will receive a feedback for this. Today, we are studying unit number 7, which is about health, a super important topic that can be one of the topics of your writing question. So we study the vocab, we study the grammar, and the topic itself is super important for the exam and for the writing section, as it's part of the current events that we are experiencing right now. So let's have a look on our vocabulary. Okay. This is Senior 1 OL, Unit 7. Today, I'm going to tell you what to do if you find a person who is lying on the ground and not moving. Call the emergency services immediately. Then you must check if there are any dangers near to the person, like electrical cables. And by the way, I'd like you to have a look at this. This word is dangerous. It's not dangerous. You have to identify the part of a speech that you are dealing with. This is a noun, and dangerous is an adjective. If there are any dangers, move the person away from them. When you know they are safe, shout hello or wake up and see if the person responds. Respond is a verb, and we say respond to. If the person doesn't respond to you, put your face next to the hair, next to their face, so you can check their breathing. And the verb is breathe, ending with E. Okay? If the person is not breathing, the emergency services will tell you how to do CPR. So you can help the person start to breathe again. And when we say CPR, okay, we can check this on Longman English dictionary like this. Yes, this is CPR, okay, which is cardiopulmonary resuscitation, okay? And now let's go back to our, this is how this is what we should do when we have a very difficult vocabulary. First of all, we start to understand or to guess its meaning from the context. If we fail to do this, we have to check an English dictionary, as I have done. If the person doesn't respond to you, put your face next to their face so you can check their breathing. If the person is not breathing, the emergency services will tell you how to do CPR so you can help the person start to breathe again. Hygiene at home. 7 do's and don'ts for a healthy life. Number 1, take your shoes off. The bottoms of your shoes can carry a lot of bacteria into your house. You should always take your shoes off at the door. Number 2, no more dust. Dust quickly comes back again after you have cleaned. However, dust can make it difficult to breathe and it can cause skin problems. You should clean your house or flat as often as you can. Number 3, wash the kitchen floor. Food and drinks can easily fall on the kitchen floor. You should clean your kitchen floor at least once a week. You should use warm, soapy water so you can remove all the bacteria. Change your bedding. We spend a lot of time asleep in bed. You should change your bedding at least once every 2 weeks so bacteria can't live in it. Wash your hands after spending time with your pets. Research has shown that contact with pets early in life can protect you against allergies. And by the way, allergies is a noun, and the adjective is allergic. But animals can also carry bacteria. If you touch your pet, you shouldn't touch anything else until you have washed your hands. And number 6, stay clean in the garden. You should wear gloves if you are going to touch soil in the garden because it can contain bacteria. You should wash your hands when you have finished the gardening too. And last but not least, don't forget to keep your bins clean. A lot of bacteria can grow in your bin. You shouldn't leave your bin open. There is also another part in this unit. It's about hygiene rules around the world. In the UK, you must put your food waste in a separate bin. Now pay attention how I pronounce it, separate. But when it comes as a verb, it is to separate. In Thailand, you must, and I said here must. When it is a normal advice, it's should. But when it's about a stronger advice, or when it is a stronger advice, or let me say a tradition like we have here, or a rule, we say must. You must take your shoes off before going into someone's house. In the USA, you should offer to help clean up after dinner at a friend's house. Dangerous trousers. Research has shown that you should only wear a pair of trousers for one day. Bacteria can grow quickly in your trousers, so it's a bad idea to wear them for more than one day. Always wash your hands. Research has shown that people who wash their hands every time they come home from outside don't become ill as often as people who don't. And now there is a short conversation that I'd like you to listen to in order to get the most important vocabulary. How are you? I'm well, but I'm writing to ask for some advice. Do you remember my neighbor, Mrs. Zainab? She had an accident last year, and now she doesn't go out much. It isn't easy for her to clean. I went to her flat yesterday, and the bins were full. The floor and kitchen were dirty too. She complained about her back hurting, and I think she needs help. But I have a lot of exams coming up. What do you think I should do? And here we move to another part, which is about work, which is also about cleaning, but in kitchen. This is the workbook texts. Number 1, the first one. Most people like to keep their homes clean, but there are many places that we don't think about, and so they become full of dirt and bacteria. Research shows that the deep cuts in chopping boards are often a home for bacteria because people don't clean them properly. Bacteria often move around our homes when we touch things. So phones, tablets, and computer keyboards often have a lot of bacteria on them too. However, bacteria really love warm, wet places, and so your kitchen sponge probably has more bacteria than anything else in your home. Experts say it's most important to wash our hands regularly. If we touch animals, we should wash our hands, and we need to use a tissue when we sneeze to stop the bacteria spreading in the air. They suggest using plastic chopping boards and giving them an extra clean once a week. We should replace kitchen sponges every 2 weeks, and we can buy special cleaners for phones, tablets, and computers. Okay, the following one. How are you? I hope you had a good weekend at the beach. Sammy told me about the argument. What's an argument, by the way, guys? Argument is a kind of a conflict, or when you have uh, two opposite viewpoints. The argument you had with Harry. I think it would be a good idea to say that you are sorry for getting angry. Stay calm and explain that he should ask you before he borrows your things. I'm sure he will realize that he made a mistake and he will say sorry too. Why don't you talk to him tomorrow? I suggested talking to him in the morning because he is usually busy on Sunday afternoons. Now I hope you can help me with my problem. Do you remember that I was planning to clean my house at the weekend? Well, I was busy and I forgot about it. The problem is that my parents are coming home tomorrow and the house is really dirty. There is dust everywhere and there is a strange smell in the kitchen. What should I do? Help! The last slide. We need food to live. But if our food is not prepared hygienically, and beware of this word because you will use it a lot nowadays, we can have some serious health problems. That's the reason why food hygiene is very important. And by the way, there is also another word for hygiene, sanitation. But sanitation comes when we talk about, when we generally speak about health and health issues, we say sanitation. But when we personally speak, it's hygiene. Hygiene is the noun and the adjective is hygienic. Again, from the beginning of this sentence, that's the reason why food hygiene is very important, both in restaurants and shops and at home. Before you start cooking, you must wash your hands so that there is no bacteria on them. If you have long hair, you should tie it up so no hairs will go into the food you are cooking. After that, you can take your ingredients, knives, and other equipment and start preparing the food. You must wash fruit and vegetables first. You mustn't touch the metal part of the knife while you are using it. Here we spotlight on some of the very important vocabulary that have been mentioned in the previous passages. The word blanket, a warm cover of the bed, burn and burnt, damage to the body caused by fire or heat. Wrap is to cover something with cloth or paper. Evacuate is to leave a place because it's not safe, and the noun is evacuation. Immediately means very quickly or without waiting. Another word also is instantly. Bacteria, very small living things that cause diseases. Breathe is a verb, taking air in and out of your body. And we have also inhale and exhale. Danger, the possibility of being hurt or killed, is called danger. CPR, something you do to help someone take air in and out of their body. Again, it is, or CPR is an acronym for cardiopulmonary resuscitation. First aid, basic medical help given quickly. Research, study something to find new facts about it. Research, by the way, is a verb and noun. And the word first aid, all of us in our cars, we have first aid kits. Respond, and the preposition is respond to. Respond is to do something when someone talks to you. Now we have some language notes that we have to focus on. There is a difference, of course, between the word soil, ground, and floor. Soil, these plants only grow in a muddy soil. This is when we plant. Ground, this is the outdoor, for outdoor activities, we have ground, and that's why we say playground. Okay, don't sit on the ground, you will get wet. But when we talk about the indoor activities, we do it on the floor. And floor has also another meaning, which is story. He lives in a flat on the second floor. We say that the, the, the toy, for example, fell on the floor. Dust, dust, we should remove this dust from house, and dust is a verb and noun. Okay, when we dust is the small or the small particles, okay, that form something like an unwanted layer of dust. Contain. What does this box contain? Contain is a verb. So when we say contain or container, okay, we mean that there is something bigger that compiles smaller things. Include, when we talk about inclusion, or for example, the list of the players include Mo Salah. So here include means that there are many other parts, okay, that can be separated. Okay, they are under one umbrella. The list includes your name. Consist of. Here we have many parts. Okay, what does this dish consist of? Something that consists of many other things. Help, infinitive, 2 plus infinitive. I'll help you do or to do your homework. Spend time, verb plus ing or the adjective. I spent 3 hours asleep or watching this film. Stop can be followed by ing form or the gerund. The policeman stopped him escaping. Stop here is to prevent the action. But when we use stop to do another action, I stopped driving to fuel my car. Okay, make is followed by infinitive or an adjective. Getting up late made it difficult. Keep and the adjective, we should keep our foot clean and healthy. When plus the verb plus ing when driving. Okay, during our drive time. When driving, we must stick to the right. On can also be followed by ing and equal when. On seeing Hani, I told him what happened. The word information is uncountable noun. So much information. Some salt. Any advice is also uncountable noun. A lot of research, uncountable noun. So with uncountable nouns, we use much. And the opposite of much is little, some, any, a lot of. But when it comes to countables, we say many, some, any, a lot of. Okay? And for uncountable nouns, research, information, and so on, we have a singular verb. Research has, information is, my advice is. But if you have more than one advice, if you have, this is wrong. We say more than one pieces of advice. Beware that when we use after or as soon as or when or before or by the time, till, until, we may have the following. We may have future or present simple or should. And for the clause after them, we have present perfect or simple. Okay, for example, you should wash your hands when you have finished gardening too. You shouldn't touch anything else until you have washed your hands. It's most important to wash your hands after you have touched your pets. A pair of shoes or trousers, jeans, is or has. This is one entity. So we have singular verb. Someone, nothing. What plus else? What else? Nothing else, someone else. And when we use someone, is someone has, again, it's singular verb. Now let's practice some of these things and continue the other exercises in our exam that you will have later. We can no longer have confidence in the quality of the air we breathe. We cannot use this one. Okay, so the answer is breathe. Beware, because breath is a noun. Okay, breeze, the very slight wind, and breathing is the process itself. So the right answer is number C. My friend was given dots by a medical doctor to save his life. CPR. 3. You must leave immediately. You are in a great danger. So, sir, why don't we have dangerous? Dangerous is an adjective. Number 4, it's illegal to use the fire alarm except in case of emergency. Number 5, the body often dots to stress by becoming ill. The body often responds. That's the end for our vocabulary lesson for today. Thank you very much, and thanks for your time. If you have any questions, you can contact me. Please do the vocabulary quiz that you will have later. Thank you very much. I wish you the best. Thank you.